So we are back here at the Summersville Armory for the final game of day 2 of the Wvcat tournament, boys semifinal number 2, and a big one between Greater Beckley and Cross Lanes. And so a technical was called prior to the game on Greater Beckley's number 0, Isaiah Kincaid, on a dunk. Missed the free throw, though, the first one there for Cross Lanes Christian. Got that one to go, though. And so Sam Mullinex will get one of the 2 free throws to go, and now the ball will go immediately over to Cross Lanes Christian. No jump ball. And so here we go. Ball inside to Mullinex. Aaron Hall. And up and in for 2. There's Christian Shamblin. 3-pointer on the way for Averick Woodson. Good to go. So Greater Beckley come firing out there and tie the ball game at 3. Ball is, we're going to get a foul called, I believe, there on number 1, Averick Woodson. They are going to call Averick Woodson there for the foul. He dove on the floor there, trying to get the play. And we got a charge going the other way. Left his feet. Nice job there by the Crusaders taking the charge. Hefferman with the ball in the front court. Kellen with it. Passes to Davidson. Keegan, the young freshman, trying to explore around the perimeter. Woodson with it. Will pop and stop. No good. Misses the shot. Woodson back with it. Passes to Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall up and in for 2. And Aaron Hall with his first 2 of the game, and the Crusaders on a 5-0 run after the start of the game. Jump shot hit in the lane by Luke Lyle for 2. 5-0. And we're going to go to the arrow there. It'll stay with the Crusaders. 5 apiece here. We are 2 minutes gone by. Keegan Davidson with it, trying to get into the front court there. Davidson with the reverse layup up and in. It's good for Keegan Davidson, the young freshman sensation, the diaper dandy, as you would say, Dick Vitale. Up and in for 2, and Cross Lanes Christian with an errant pass there. Nice, as you see the take there by Davidson with the reverse lay-in. A little trouble there in the front court there with the pass there. Davidson to Kellen Heffernan. Heffernan with it, back to Woodson. Woodson taking the ball to the lane, up and in for 2. Averick Woodson now has 5, and Greater Beckley with a 4-point lead. Little misconfusion there on the perimeter there for Cross Lanes Christian. Boston Myers with it out front, hands it to Luke Lyle. Back to Ashton Goot. To Sam Mullinex. Prodding with it out front. Takes it to the basket. No good. Rebounded by Woodson. Greater Beckley will push it, as they will most of the night. Try to get it to Keegan Davidson there. Unable to get it. And the arrow is going to be called yet again, and this time it'll go to the Cross Lanes Christian Warriors. Head coach John King #1 seed in this Wvcat tournament. Greater Beckley is coached by Justin Arvon, who you heard majority of the day calling games with me here. 9-5 our score. Defense, half-court defense here, little man-to-man matchup zone type, and we're going to have a charge called there on the floor there. Nice job by Aaron Hall, as Christian Shamblin took it in. He'll be called for the personal. Nice job there. 2 charges been taken by the Crusaders here in the early going. Kellen Heffernan with it. Kicks it to Keegan Davidson. Davidson over to Kincaid. Kincaid, no good. Rebounded by Boston Myers. Luke Light with it. Passes it back to Goot. Mullinex got in the air. Passes it to Myers, and we're going to call a foul on the floor there. Going to be on Aaron Hall. His first. That's the team's third here in the early going, as the early technical was also called against him. And we got a travel. Too many steps. They're on Mullinex. So now here comes Kellen Heffernan into the front court. Trying to set up the offense here. Passes to Kincaid. Kincaid kicks it over to Hall. Hall with it. He'll fire up a jumper. No good, too strong. Ashton Goot with it. Not able to get that jumper to go, and Kellen Heffernan with the rebound for the Crusaders. Heffernan hands it off to Averick Woodson. Woodson trying to take the ball to the basket. He'll pass it back to Keegan Davidson. Davidson for 3. No good. Short with it. The young freshman attempting to make another big splash here and get the Crusaders up 7. No good on the shot. About to approach the halfway point of quarter #1 here from the Summersville Armory semifinal #2 here in the Wvcat Championships. And the 2 scored by Luke Light. Hands it off to Woodson. Woodson fires up a 3. No good. Into the front court comes the Warriors. Mullinex with it. 17 short of 2,000. Now 16 after the free throw. No good by Boston Myers. Good defense by Aaron Hall there on the low block in the interior. Not able to get it to go. As you saw Luke Light there with his bucket there. His has 4 so far. Keegan Davidson to the basket. He'll fire up a shot. No good. Kellen Heffernan with the rebound on the offensive glass on the weak side. Gets it back to Averick Woodson. Trying to hand it off there with Kellen Heffernan. A little traffic there as the Crusaders will set the offense up as we approach 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Aaron Hall with it. Hands it back to Isaiah Kincaid. Kincaid with a runner in the lane. No good, but got his own rebound. Tried to fire it up too quickly there and did not get it to go. Passes it over to Ashton Goot. Goot with it. Rejects the screen. Fires up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Keegan Davidson, the point guard, the smallest kid on the floor. Comes down with it for the Crusaders. And try to get into the lane there, but Luke Lyle making a big play. Kellen Heffernan with the step-away jump shot, and he got it to go. 3-pointer for Kellen Heffernan. Big 3 there. The Crusaders now have had 4 of their 5 scorers already put their name in the book here. 2:18 to go. Greater Beckley 12, Cross Lanes Christian 7. Nice take there by Luke Loud out to Christian Shamblin for 3. Shamblin no good. Rebounded by Kellen Heffernan. Heffernan into the front court. Passes it off to Keegan Davidson. Davidson for 3. No good. Too strong. Rebounded by Christian Shamblin. Shamblin with it to Sam Mullinex. Into the front court. Gets it over to Lyle. Lyle to the basket. Fires it off to Shamblin. Shamblin no good on the 3. Big man who's willing to fire it up from downtown. Did not get it to go. Kincaid with it. He'll bring it back out top. Hands it into Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall with the range jumper there. Too strong with it. And rebounded down by the Warriors. Boston Myers with the rebound. Luke Lau with it. Gets it over to Goot. We got a foul there on Aaron Hall. That's his second now. So 2 quick ones on Aaron Hall here in the first quarter with 1:18 to go. We'll have a substitution on the floor. Coming into the game for the Crusaders, Jesse Milam. We got ourselves another charge there. I believe that was a charge there on Christian Shamblin, although I haven't seen anybody go over to the scores table. Might have just been out of bounds. We're up here in the rafters here in Summersville, so I'm blind and deaf, so it's kind of hard to hear sometimes and kind of hard to see these Cross Lanes Christian uniforms as well. Just out there for you Warrior parents. Don't get on me too much. And that's Cash. Hendrickson with a big 3 there coming off the bench. Shot the ball very well against Independence earlier this week. In and out, and the rebound corralled by the Crusaders. Davidson, Cash Henderson again, and he got it. Cash with 2 big 3s in a row. And the Crusaders now with a 11-point lead, 40 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Ashton Goot into the front court. Defense out there by Caden. No good. Kellen Heffernan with the rebound. Heffernan into the front court to Keegan Davidson. Davidson back to Heffernan. 15 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Heffernan with it. Cash Hendrickson for 3 yet again, and Cash Hendrickson with another 3-pointer. That's his third 3-pointer, an absolute microwave coming off the bench for Hendrickson. Been in there for less than a minute and a half and already has 9 points. 3-pointer thrown up by Good at the end of the quarter, no good. And our score after a quarter, Greater Beckley 21, Cross Lane 7. You're watching the Wvcat semifinals here, presented by Access Health here on Video Productions. Come on back for more basketball after these messages.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
So we are back here in the Summersville Armory. Second quarter action getting ready to start here at the Wvcat Championships. Greater Beckley with a 21-7 lead. Cash Hendrickson with 3 big 3s coming off the bench. Already 5 3-pointers hit in this game for Greater Beckley as they have rushed out to a quick lead. And now Keegan Davidson with it up top. Kellen Heffernan with it. Back to Hunter Laxton. Laxton with it. Hands it over to Kincaid. Kincaid to the basket. Got it to go. Isaiah Kincaid, the sophomore, with 2. And Greater Beckley up 16. Ashton Goot with it, trying to take it to the basket. And there'll be a foul called there on Greater Beckley as Goot will go to the line for 2 here. I believe the foul will be called there on number 11, Hunter Laxton. Actually, the foul there, Ashton Goot got the first one to go. 23-8 our score. Cross Lane's the 1 seed, Greater Beckley the 4 here in the Wvcat tournament. And Goot got the second one to go, so both free throws hit by Ashton Goot. Cuts it to a 14-point lead here. 7:35 and counting in the second quarter. Keegan Davidson with it. Davidson gets the screen from Hall down the lane. Davidson fires it up, leaning away, does not get the call. Goot with it, back up front. Gets it into Shamblin. Shamblin back to Myers. Myers will get it over. And Goot there. We're going to have a foul called on the floor. It's a foul called on Greater Beckley. I believe it was on Aaron Hall, and if that's Aaron Hall, that's his third personal, at least by my count. Could be off, could just have 2. Three-pointer fired away. No good. Hall and Laxton both going for the rebound there. Nice pass by Davidson. Davidson over to Kellen Heffernan. Heffernan no good for 3, but rebounded by Laxton. Back to Heffernan. Heffernan with the pass over to Hall. Hall will hand it off to Davidson. Davidson fires away. No good. Cross lanes with it in transition. Goot no good. Got his own rebound. And he'll come back up again for 2. And a quick timeout called there by Coach John King, as Cross Lanes has now cut it down to 12 here. Minute 21 seconds gone by in the second quarter. Luke Lyle and Ashton Goot to this point have been the guys getting into the scorebook here for Cross Lanes. 6 for Lyle, 2 for Goot. Mullinex 16 points away from 2,000 in his career. Christian Shamblin with 2 also so far for the Warriors. Big size advantage there for Cross Lanes with Christian Shamblin and Boston Myers when they're on the floor together. And here we go into the front court there. Heffernan with it. Gets it to Cash Hendrickson. Hendrickson back to Heffernan. Kellen moving with the defense there, getting it inside. Passes it back to Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall thought about it. He'll wisely give it to Keegan Davidson. Davidson defended by Guth there and maybe got away with a little bit of a hands there. Guth with it. No good. No foul called there on the over the back potential call there on Luke Lyle, and it will stay here with Cross Lanes Christian. 6:07 to play here, second quarter. Warriors trailing by 12 to the Crusaders, who got really red hot from 3 in the first. And we got a foul call there. With the body, they say. And it's going to be Ashton Goot to the line. Misses the first. Averick Woodson will check back in for the Crusaders. Hunter Laxton will leave. You should see the shoes out here on the floor today, guys. The shoe game is impressive for all these young men. Ashton Goot makes his third free throw of the night. 23-12 our score. Heffernan with it. Gets it to Woodson. Woodson hands it back off to Cash Hendrickson. Hendrickson with already 9 points, 3 threes to close quarter number 1. Woodson back to Hendricks. No good. In and out. Just misses it. Rebounded by the Warriors. Into the front court. Three-pointer hoisted up. No good. And we've got a foul or a stoppage of play, if nothing else. And while there's an injury on the floor, we'll take a timeout with them here. We're at the Wvcat Tournament Championships presented by Access Health on Video Productions.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With Compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Here at Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve. We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
So we are back here in the Summersville Armory, night 2, semifinal number 2. And we've got a foul there on Christian Shamblin. Boston Myers left the floor, not on his own power either there, an apparent ankle injury. Definitely not something you want to see, but great sportsmanship being shown by both teams there as he left the floor. So here comes Greater Beckley. Cash Hendrickson with it. Passes it back to Kellen Heffernan. Heffernan for 3. And he got it. Kellen Heffernan with his second three-pointer of the game. And Greater Beckley extends the lead to 14. Misses it there. Cash Hendrickson with the steal. Back to Keegan Davidson. Davidson with the reverse layup up and in and good. His second reverse lane in the game. And Greater Beckley now up by 16 here. 5 minutes gone by. No good there on the layup. Good will go to the line. And the foul will be called on Kellen Heffernan. That's his first. Ashton Goot will go to the line. This will be his 5th and 6th free throw attempts of the game here. Early going. Ashton Goot getting to the line with some frequency here for the Cross Lanes Christian Warriors. And he gets the first one to go. Goot to this point 4 of 5 from the line. 80% on the day here from the charity stripe. As he'll look to get this one to go 5 of 6 and cut the lead to 14. And he does. Both teams have made all their extra points. 28-14 our score. Hendrickson with it. Back to Heffernan. Hands it off to Davidson. Davidson prodding the defense back to Woodson. Woodson back to Kellen Heffernan. Heffernan for 3. No good. And rebounded by the Warriors. Shamblin with the board. Gets it up to Mullinex. Mullinex into the front court. Hands it off to Lau. Lau back to Goot. Goot getting in the lane. And he's going to get 2 more free throw attempts here. Ashton Goot going to the line now for what will be his 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game to this point. He is 5 of 6 to this point from the line. Getting downhill. And another foul there on Aaron Hall. Free throw is made by Goot. And Myers is being taken back to the locker room. Free throw is made by Goot. He is carrying Cross Lanes Christian to this point, 7-8 from the line, and it's a 28-16 game. Hendricks with it, hands it off to Woodson. Woodson back to Davidson. Davidson with it, tried to hit Heffernan underneath the basket. Heffernan up and in, not able to get it to go, but he will go to the line for 2. Foul there on the Warriors. And they're going to get Landon Ballard on the call. Heffernan got the first one to go. And he got the second. Kellen Heffernan now with 8 points here in the ball game, and Greater Beckley with a 30-16 lead. No good. Rebounded by Woodson. Woodson up to Davidson. Davidson with it, pushing. And he'll fire away a three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Kellen Heffernan underneath the basket, and he's going to get 2 more free throw attempts here. I believe it'll be Luke Lyle called for the personal, number 4. Heffernan will go to the line here. And he gets the first to go. 3 of 3 from the stripe. It's Kellen Heffernan with 9 points, looking to go 4 for 4 and get his 10th point of the game, and he got it. And the Crusaders with a 32-16 lead here as we approach 3:50 to go in the second quarter. And a miss there. Another rebound there by Cass Hendrickson, doing a good job on the glass. Hands it off to Averick Woodson. Woodson with it. Moving it up and out in front. And it'll stay here with the red and black of the Crusaders. 3:37 to play, second quarter. Davidson with it. Prodding the defense out front. Heffernan with it. At the key, hands it back to Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall go in for 2, and he's going to go to the line there for 2. Looks like a foul will be called on Christian Shamblin. They're going to call him on the floor. One more will put the Crusaders at the line for the rest of the half. Davidson with it, passes it back to Heffernan. And we've got a foul called, believe on an illegal screen there on Cash Hendrickson, number 5. Just see there, yeah, kind of extended the hands out there on the illegal screen there, and so Cross Saints Christian will get the basketball back, down 16. And it's stolen away. Quick hands there by the Crusaders defense. Heffernan with it, up to Cash Hendrickson, back to Keegan Davidson. Davidson for 3, no good. Hall unable to corral the rebound. Shamblin does get it for the Warriors. Goot with it. He gets into the lane and got it to go for 2. Ashton Goot with his first bucket of the game. And a pass up there. Keegan Davidson a little too strong on the throw there on the pass for Averick Woodson. And it's a 14-point lead here for Greater Beckley with 2:48 to play here in the second quarter. Greater Beckley's had a few games this year where they've had substantial leads and have let it slip away. We hope not to see that tonight if you're Coach Arvon and the Crusaders. Goot fires it up and got it to go. Ashton Goot with another 2, and he's starting to get really fired up and trying to keep the Warriors in this basketball game. Hendricks with it, passes it to Woodson. 2:22 to go. Woodson with it, hands it off to Heffernan. Heffernan into the lane, back to Hendrickson. Hendrickson tried to get it to go there to Aaron Hall, unable to get it. Hall. They're going to call a travel there. Not sure Aaron Hall established the pivot foot, but the call nonetheless is made by the officiating crew. That's all the only opinion that matters. 2:10 to go here. Mullinex will inbound the ball. Goot with it. Has been the main Warrior putting his point totals in there so far today. Goot with it, back to Mullinex. Goot looking for a screen there from Christian Shamblin. He'll find Mullinex for 3, and he got it to go. And a big 3 from Sam Mullinex. His first points since the beginning of the game, and it's a 9-point game. Under 10 for the first time in a long time for the Warriors. Crusaders with it. Hall with the screen. Davidson from the foul line jumper, no good. And Cross Saints Christian racing to the front court. Goot with it. Gets to the basket. No good on the board. Davidson will fire it up ahead. Woodson unable to corral it, and another turnover for Greater Beckley in the open floor. Takes to the basket, no good. Rebounded by Hendrickson. And Keegan Davidson getting directive by Coach Arvon to slow it down here. 1:10 to go. 9-point lead. Greater Beckley looking to maybe take one of the last shots here of the half. Woodson directing traffic. Gets it back to Hendrickson. Cash had himself a opening frenzy of this game with 9 points. He'll get another three opportunity here. No good. Rebounded by the Warriors. Up to Goot. Goot fires away and got it to go for two. Ashton Goot starting to find his rhythm here, and the Warriors are down 7 here, 32-25 with 30 seconds to play in quarter number 2. You imagine here Greater Beckley going to take the last shot. 7-point lead in this game. Heffernan with it. Greater Beckley was absolutely on fire from behind the arc to start this game and have cooled off a little bit in the second quarter. Heffernan with it. 10 seconds left. Off the dribble, Keegan Davidson with it. Back to Averick Woodson. Woodson back to Heffernan. Heffernan for three. No good. And that'll end our first half of play. Greater Beckley holds a 7-point lead. Cross Lanes Christian, though, cut it down to 7 here as we head to the halftime intermission. You are watching here on Video Productions, the Wvcat tournament presented by Access Health. Come on back for more second half.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Hey, grab me one too.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance, we've got your back office.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
This game is sponsored by Brian Hilton. Brian is running to represent you in the state Senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Hilton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Hilton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Dr. Chad Lavender. My fertilized ACL technique has gained national and international attention. It all started here on a small football field in West Virginia. That's where my passion to help athletes and others began. I personally have had 19 different states and locations that patients have traveled from for this ACL reconstruction.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Hey, grab me one too.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Are you really going to do it? And we are back here. Second half action. Semifinal number 2 here at the Wvcat Championships. Greater Beckley and Cross Lanes Christian going to battle here. Greater Beckley had a 14-point lead at the end of the first quarter. It's been cut to 7 at the halftime. A nice pass by Mullinex into Christian Shamblin. Good for 2. And the Warriors cut it to 5 here. Kincaid with it. Unable to get it to go. Goot running into the front court. Misses it. Heffernan with the rebound. And it's going to go with the arrow over to Greater Beckley. Heffernan on the floor, maintaining possession for the Crusaders, who have seen their 14-point lead now trimmed to 5. Heffernan over to Davidson. Davidson into the lane. Back over to Kincaid. Kincaid for 3 and got it to go. Isaiah Kincaid with a big 3. He now has 5, and the Crusaders are back up 8. Goot with it. Passes it over to Mullinex. Back to Lau. Lau into the floater, into the lane. He's going to get called for the charge. Luke Lau with the foul called on him. That is his 3rd personal foul. As you see here on the instant replay. Lau taking it into the lane. And a nice job by Aaron Hall to draw the charge. Heffernan now with it for Greater Beckley. Up 8. Minute gone by here in the 3rd quarter. Hands it off to Keegan Davidson. Davidson prodding the defense. Gets it over into the corner to Heffernan. Heffernan back to Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall had him on his hip but loses the basketball. Lau with it in the front court. No one stopped the ball, and Lau will put it up and in for 2. His first 2 of the game. And we're back to a 6-point game. Woodson for 3. No good. Unable to corral it, and Aaron Hall doesn't get the rebound. Goot with it. Running into the front court. Goot for 2, no good. Rebounded by Aaron Hall. Hall will fire it over to Keenan Heffernan. Kellen with it. And he'll get it into the corner to Davidson. Greater Beckley takes 6-point lead here. 6:15 to go and counting in the 3rd quarter. Davidson no good with it. Unable to make. Has not been able to hit so far, the freshman phenom for Greater Beckley. Goot into the lane. Fires it for 3, and it's good. Big 3 for Sam Mullinex. His 2nd 3-pointer of the game, and the lead has been cut to 3 now. 5:57 to go in the 3rd quarter. Greater Beckley wants to talk about it. Cannot leave a shooter that wide open of Mullinex's caliber. He now sits 10 points away from 2,000. We were told that earlier today. We will not have a stoppage in play, though, if he does get to that magical number. They're going to wait and celebrate him at a home game next week before they get ready for a tournament in Ohio. Is the word we were told by AD, Mr. Velipic. And so Cross Lanes has really trimmed down this lead here. Greater Beckley been forcing some quicker shots and not getting the offensive rebounds. One and done a lot of times down the floor. A couple turnovers in the open floor, and all of a sudden a 14-point lead is now down to 3. Kellen Heffernan with it in the backcourt. He's on Lau. Kincaid with it to Hall. Hall back to Woodson. Woodson will fire up a 3. No good. And the rebound by the Warriors. Goot into the front court. Goot will stop on a dime. No good on the shot, but the rebound by Lau, and he's going to be a possession arrow going to the Warriors. Entering into the game is Hunter Layton for Averick Woodson. Coach Arvon maybe didn't like that last shot there from Averick. Going to go talk to him about it a little bit. Give him a little breather. Mullinex will get the inbound. Defended by Davidson. He'll put it up, and he's going to get it for 2. Sam Mullinex coming alive here a little bit for the Warriors, and it's a 1-point game here. 5:20 to go, third quarter. Heffernan with it. Navigating it out front. Took a bump there from Lau. Aaron Hall with it. Hall between the circles. Picked up his dribble. And he's going to get called for the 5-second call. Christian Shamblin stayed on him. Aaron Hall picked up his dribble at the foul line extended area and was not able to find a Crusader for an outlet. And so 5 minutes to go and counting, third quarter. Kicked it into the corner. Goot with it. Cross Lanes can take their first lead. And Goot might have got away with a little bit of a double dribble there, but the officials say no, and Ashton Goot with the 2. And Cross Lanes Christian takes their first lead since the early going. Keegan Davidson with it. Passes it back to Heffernan. Inside to Aaron Hall. Hall back out. And we got a foul on the floor there on the Warriors. So Cross Lanes Christian has expounded a lot of energy here to get back into this game after being down 14. You think maybe a run will be coming here for the Crusaders soon. Inbound. Kincaid with the shot. No good. Rebounded by Mullinex. Mullinex into the front court. And we're going to have a foul called on the floor there on Keegan Davidson. That'll be his second. First in the quarter on Greater Beckley. And the 2 there from Sam Mullinex. He now has 7, and it's a 3-point lead for the Warriors. Greater Beckley struggling to find the offensive rhythm here since that first quarter. Keegan Davidson gets into the lane and gets it up and in for 2. Going to need to see more of Keegan Davidson if you're Greater Beckley getting downhill, getting into the lane here the rest of this basketball game. Goot with it, and it's stolen by Kincaid. Kincaid into the front court, and he'll put it up and in for 2. Isaiah Kincaid with a bucket. He now has 7, and Greater Beckley takes back the lead, 39-38. Quick little spurt of a 4-0 run there for Greater Beckley after Cross Lanes Christian had their largest lead at 3. Lau with the shot, and they're going to call a foul there on Kellen Heffernan. A little bit of a kick-out situation there, but the foul called on Heffernan. That'll be his 3rd. Late whistle there, but yet the call is called. And so we'll go to the line for 2. And Lau missed the first. 3:20 to go here, third quarter. Lau at the line for his second. And he misses that one as well. And they're going to call a quick possession arrow situation there. It'll go to Greater Beckley. That was one of the quickest tops I've seen in a long time right there. 39-38, Greater Beckley with the lead here over Cross Lanes Christian. 3:18 to go, third quarter. Inbounding it there was Layton. Gets it over to Kellen Heffernan. Heffernan brings it into the front court. Nice pass to Keegan Davidson. Davidson for 2. Keegan Davidson now with 8, and Greater Beckley back up 3 here. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Goot into the lane. Kicks it out to Mullinex. Wide open 3. Bending, no good. Cash Hendrickson with the rebound. Gets it up to Kellen Heffernan. Greater Beckley looking to run. Passes it into the corner. Layton with it. Back to Heffernan. A little tall there. Into Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall puts it up and in. No good there on the miss. Christian Shamblin on the rebound. And Lau will bring it into the front court for the Warriors. 3-point game here. 2:30 to go. Goot with the jumper. No good. Rebounded by Heffernan. He'll fire it over to Keegan Davidson. And they're going to call Keegan Davidson for a travel. Must have got going a little quick there on the inbound. 41-38 our score here. 2:23 to go. Third quarter here of semifinal number 2. Winner gets a date with Taze Valley, who was able to survive Mount Hope in semifinal number 1. Three-pointer hoisted up by Goot. No good. Rebound by Cass Hendrickson. Hendrickson up to Kellen Heffernan. Kellen looking up. Hits Cash. Cash back to Davidson. Davidson takes it to the lane, and he got it up and in for 2. Keegan Davidson starting to heat up a little bit. 6 now in the third quarter. Greater Beckley up 5 here as Davidson now has 10 in the ballgame. Three-pointer hoisted up by the Warriors. No good. Rebounded down by Davidson. Davidson takes it, and he's going to go to the rack. Passes it off to Heffernan. Heffernan for 3. No good. Hall with the rebound. Unable to get it, but Davidson does, and Davidson will fire a mid-range jumper. No good. And it's rebounded by the Warriors. Goot with it. He'll walk it across into the front court. Over to Mullinex here. 1:20 to go. We're going to have a foul called on the floor, I believe, on Greater Beckley. Stoppage of play. And we see the big man, Boston Myers, coming back into the game there, who left earlier with the ankle injury. Myers did have a foul when he left the game. He'll check in for Shamblin. 5-point game here, 1:18 to go. Mullinex takes it into the lane. No good. They're trying to get back to Myers. Woodson defending him. And Boston Myers with 2, making his presence felt right back off the bench. Kincaid with it. He'll kick it back to Woodson. Woodson with it. Kicks it to Henderson for 3. Cash got it. Cash Hendrickson with his 4th three-pointer of the game. And Greater Beckley now up 6. 45 seconds to go, third quarter. Luke Lau with it. Into the front court. Heffernan with the defensive pressure there. Got the tip, but it was able to be corralled back by Mullinex. Hits it to Goot. Goot thought about the 3, doesn't want to take it. Misses the 2, though. Kincaid with the rebound. Up to Hunter Layton. Layton and racing across the floor. Gets it into Averick Woodson. And they're going to settle it down here with 20 seconds to go. Greater Beckley's going to take the last shot here of the quarter, you'd imagine. There's going to be a foul called on the floor there on Sam Mullinex. It's going to be his first. Keegan Davidson will check in there for Layton. Little offense for defense substitution there by Coach Arvon. 15.5 to go here in the third quarter. Good foul there by Cross Lanes Christian, though. Had fouls to give, and definitely a situation where Woodson was about to burn Mullinex on the drive. 15-5 to go, third quarter. Kincaid throws it into the backcourt there to Davidson. He has Goot all over him. Gets the screen from Woodson. Under 10 to go. Davidson looking to take the last shot. And he will. No good. And so we will head to the fourth quarter with our score. Greater Beckley with a 46-40 lead on Cross Lanes. You are watching the Wvcat semifinals brought to you by Access Health here on Video Productions. Come on back for the fourth quarter.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
This game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
So we are back here at the Summersville Armory for quarter number 4 here. Wvcat action, been a good one here so far. Greater Beckley and Cross Lanes Christian had ourselves a 15-14 quarter. The Crusaders held on to that lead. It was 7 at halftime. Now it's 6. 8 minutes of basketball left to be played. And here comes the Warriors with it. Lau with it in the front court. He'll pass it over to Mullinex. Mullinex tries the drive. He'll put it up and in for 2. And Sam Mullinex starting to make his presence known here in the second half for the Warriors. Up 4. Kincaid with it. He'll hand it off to Hendrickson. Hendrickson back to Davidson. Davidson getting down into the lane. Passes it off to Kincaid. Kincaid for 3. Big time shot by Isaiah Kincaid, the sophomore, with his second three-pointer of the game. He now has 10. And Greater Beckley back up 7. Mullinex down the floor. No good, and we're going to have a tie-up jump ball situation there. It'll go the way of the Crusaders with the arrow. 7-point game here, 7:18 to go. Checking into the game here for the Crusaders is Kellen Heffernan. Back into the game here. He has 3. He'll dribble it up into the front court there, getting Keegan Davidson off the ball. Kincaid with it. And they're going to say he's out of bounds, although definitely was bodied there by Cross Lanes Christian. No whistle, though, called by the officials. Letting him play a little bit here in the fourth quarter, it appears. We hope it stays consistent throughout. Minute to go here in the fourth quarter. 7-point game. Mullinex with it. Hands it back to Goot. Defended by Cash Anderson. Goot will fire up a 3, and he got it to go. Ashton Goot was quiet in that third quarter, but he's able to erupt here with a big 3, and now it's cut down to 4. Davidson with it. Passes to Woodson. Woodson with a 3. And he got it. Averick Woodson with a big 3. His first three-pointer since the first quarter, and he now has 8. Greater Beckley back up 7. Teams trading 3s here of late. Goot lost it there. Davidson picked it up. Nice job by Kincaid trying to shadow him off, and they're going to call an offensive foul. An offensive foul on Isaiah Kincaid there. Getting a little whistle happy here in the fourth quarter already. And I'm not quite sure about that call, going to be honest with you. Shouldn't say that on the air, but I am. 7-point game here, 6:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Mullinex with it out front, gets it to Luke Lau. Lau kicks it back to Goot. Goot exploring the defense. Gets it inside, and we're going to get a foul, of course, there on Greater Beckley on Kellen Heffernan on the floor, probably his 4th. Fouls now in the quarter already. 3 on Greater Beckley to 0 on Cross Lanes Christian here in a minute and 49 seconds of play. And Cash Hendrickson trying to hop off the floor here a little bit there. Had an issue. Has had some issues with his ankle. And he's been a big part of the Greater Beckley offense to this point. 4 3-pointers made by Cash Hendrickson. Really came out microwave status there in the first quarter there with 3 big triples to give Greater Beckley a 14-point lead, which they have never relinquished, minus maybe one moment in this game. And so now 7-point game, 6:11 to go. Goot with it on the inbound. He'll fire up a 3. No good. Rebounded by Keegan Davidson. And he's going to fire it up into the front court. Takes it down there, and he tried to get it to Aaron Hall. And they're going to say it was off of Keegan Davidson. It'll remain with Cross Lanes Christian. 2 minutes gone by in our fourth quarter. A 7-point game here. Greater Beckley Christian Crusaders with a 7-point lead over the Cross Lanes Christian Warriors. Goot with it. Got it back from Mullinex. Trying to find somebody in the defense. Mullinex will fire up a 3. No good there. Hit the top of the backboard, and it will have to go to Greater Beckley this time. 5:47 and counting here. Kincaid will inbound the ball into Woodson, who comes back into the game for the Crusaders. And we've got a timeout on the floor, and we'll take it with them here. You're watching the second semifinal, day 2 of the boys tournament here from the Summersville Armory. Wvcat championships are presented by Access Health. Come on back for more basketball after these messages.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
We are back here in the Summersville Armory. 52-45 our score here. Greater Beckley with the lead here. Woodson into the front court. He'll slow it down here a little bit. Gets it over to Kincaid. Kincaid prodding the defense over to Woodson. Woodson back to Kincaid. Kicks it over into the corner there. A 3-pointer by Eli Gunter. No good. Rebounded by the rebounded by the Warriors. Mullinex into the front court. He'll hand it off to Luke Lau. Mullinex with it. Back to Goot. Defended by Davidson. And we got an offensive foul this time on the Warriors. Illegal moving screen there. You see it, and it was held there by Landon Ballard. It'll be his second personal. 3 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter. 52-45. Kincaid up and in for 2. Isaiah Kincaid starting to find his groove here. And he has 5 now in the quarter. 9-point lead for the Crusaders. Goot with it. Kicks it into the corner for 3. No good. Rebounded by Keegan Davidson, and 4:40 to go here. Greater Beckley will kick it up into the front court to Eli Gunter. Gunter with it. Passes it over to Woodson. Woodson trying to set the offense and gets the 5-second count to restart as well. Kincaid with it. He'll take it downhill. Picks up his dribble into Aaron Hall. Hall hands it back off to Kincaid. Kincaid back to Woodson. 4:20 and counting here on a fourth quarter running clock. Woodson with it. Hands it off to Davidson. Greater Beckley trying to play a little bit of clock management here. Keeganson into the lane. Keegan Davidson in the lane. No good for 2. Aaron Hall with the rebound, and a good job there by Hall. Kicks it back to Woodson. Greater Beckley will reset it. Offensively, Davidson with it. Going to take it down into the lane. Davidson up and in for 2. No good. Aaron Hall with the rebound. And it's going to be a foul on cross lanes there on the floor as Aaron Hall went down very hard there on that one. 9-point lead here for Greater Beckley. 3:57 to go. In this fourth quarter. And we'll take a timeout here on the floor. I think they're going to go wipe up some condensation, but a lot of basketball play here in the Summersville Armory over the last couple of days, and potentially a little perspiration got there on the floor. So we'll take it with them, a 30-second timeout. You're watching the Wvcat tournament here presented by Access Health on Video Productions.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
And we are back here in the Summersville Armory. 3:57 to go, fourth quarter. Semifinal number 2, Greater Beckley trying to attempt to get a date here in the championship with Tays Valley tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Keegan Davidson with it, Goot guarding him out front. Davidson getting by him, but he'll walk it back out to Woodson, and there's going to be a foul called there on Mullinex in the backcourt. That's his second personal foul. Was able to give that one away. Crosslanes has 3 fouls on them to this point. Could be something to look at here as we continue to. This clock continues to move in the fourth quarter. Gunther with it, passes it to Davidson. Davidson going to get up and in, and he's going to get a foul called there, I believe, on Boston Myers. Or, excuse me, it'll be on Christian Shamblin. That'll be at least his third personal here, and Davidson will go to the line for 2. The first Crusader to shoot some free throws today, other than Kellen Heffernan's 4 in the second quarter. And Davidson will get the first one to rattle home. Big free throws here for Greater Beckley, taking that lead up to 10. Davidson will attempt to get his 12th point of the game here. And he got it to go. Greater Beckley up 11. Keegan Davidson with 12 now. And it's a 3:40 to go, 56-45. Mullinex with it. Driving into the lane. Up and in for 2. It's Sam Mullinex with another bucket. He's had himself a second half to this point. 11 points. He has 15 in the game. Runner missed by Davidson. And he'll fire it up to Kincaid. Kincaid will take it to the basket. Kincaid, no good. They're going to call it on the floor there. 9-point lead, 3:19 to play. And Isaiah Kincaid is going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. Got it. Did not get the first one. And like Justin told us earlier today, the 1 plus the bonus is gone in high school basketball in the state of West Virginia. Once you get to 5, you shoot 2. So Kincaid does not get the second one to go. So an empty possession there for the Crusaders. They're up 9. And Good will get into the front court. 3:12 to go. Exploring the defense, and a steal there. Kincaid with it. And he's going to attempt to slam it home. Not sure if he fully got it or not, but a big deuce nonetheless for Greater Beckley, and they have an 11-point lead with 3 minutes to go. Great defense there by Woodson, and they're going to get it there. Gunter tried to throw it to Woodson across the court, and Goot with the steal got it up and in for 2. So been a problem here for Greater Beckley this season, late in games, being willing to slow it down a little bit. They've lost at least 3 games to this point where they've had double-digit leads at this point in time in the game. So don't turn away here, folks. Cross Lanes Christian still in this thing. Greater Beckley, though, trying to learn from those mistakes. Had one happen just a few weeks ago with Independence. It's happened to them twice. Although Cross Lanes Christian really not pressing much, which, if they're not a pressing team, could make it for an interesting last 2 minutes and 48 seconds here if they have to get into the pressure. If they're not really used to doing it, Greater Beckley might be able to exploit that with a couple easy layups. But a 10-point game at this point, a 9-point game here. As you hear the Cross Lanes Christian faithful getting a little riled up here, looking for that last push. Greater Beckley needing to be smart with the basketball for the last 2 minutes and 48 seconds here to punch their ticket to the Wvcat Championship game here tomorrow night, 8 o'clock from the Summersville Armory. Could be a great matchup tomorrow. Tays Valley awaits the winner. Cross Lanes and Tays Valley, a little rivalry there. Not too far away from each other in the tri-state area. Greater Beckley up in Raleigh County, obviously, and been a team that's made a lot of noise in the state of West Virginia high school basketball. Just 2 years ago was the state runners-up, losing to James Monroe in the title game. And they look to make a big run again this year. Gunter with it, back to Woodson. Woodson back into the corner for Gunter. Gunter passes to Woodson. Woodson inside to Hall, and Hall puts it up and in for two. Aaron Hall with a big deuce there, and a nice pass by Averick Woodson to put the Crusaders up 11. Goot with it. Fires it up. No good. Rebounded, though, by the Warriors. No good on the follow-up. Christian Shamblin will get another rebound, though, and Mullinex will get it. He'll fire up a three. No good, and we're going to get Eli Gunter with the body there on the end, and I know Coach Arva not going to be happy about that. 3 free throws coming the way of Sam Mullinex. He's attempting now to get over 2,000 points here in his career with the Warriors. 2:05 to go. 3 free throws coming for Sam Mullinex. First one strong. 2:05 to go. 3 fouls on Greater Beckley, 5 on the Warriors across lanes. He got the second one of the 3. Have one more to go here as the lead's now 10. Kellen Heffernan checking back into the game for Greater Beckley. Eli Gunter will exit. Heffernan part of that crew there that handles the ball for Greater Beckley. And the free throw made by Mullinex. He got to 2,000. Everyone's going crazy for the Warriors, but the Crusaders will hopefully take the dub. Nice pass to Woodson, up to Hall, and he got it for 2. And Aaron Hall with a big bucket again. He now has 6 and Cross Lanes trails by 11. Minute 50 to play. Mullinex picks up the dribble, and he'll fire it to nobody out of bounds. That ball will go to Greater Beckley. And with a minute 48 to play, up 11, they're getting closer and closer to punching their ticket to the championship game. Minute 48, 108 seconds. Heffernan throws it away, try to get it to Davidson. No good. Rebound is going to go back to Greater Beckley there, out of bounds, off the Warriors. So a timeout on the floor. Coach Arvon wants to talk about it. Probably was not thrilled with that last inbounds pass by the Crusaders. Great accomplishment for Sam Mullinex, getting his 2,000th career point. So like you said, they announced it to the crowd here that he broke 2,000 points for his career. Great gesture there. Nice little announcement. And he'll get a little more celebration with the home crowd back on Warrior Way down in Cross Lanes next week. Nice facility there at Cross Lanes. Christian School, also the home of the Wvcat Baseball Championship, last year brought home by the Greater Beckley Crusaders. Reese Patterson was one of the big cogs in that one, so we're excited to talk about the Wvcat Championships all around the state. Here in this one of basketball is a hotly contested one for sure. 6 games tomorrow, 3 girls contest, a consolation championship, and a third place game, along with the title game coming at high noon between the Mercer Christian Cavaliers and the Gray Soldiers. Greater Beckley trying to punch their ticket to the boys championship game against the Tays Valley Christian School Lions. Cross Lanes, if they're unable to pull this comeback off, will play at 5 o'clock tomorrow against Mount Hope. And Keegan Davidson will be fouled there by Luke Light and Luke Lau. Now we're in the bonus. 2 free throws coming here for Keegan Davidson. He now has 12 in the game. He'll look to remain perfect from the line here. A little strong there, rattled in and out. Announcer's jinx got him there. I'll apologize to Keegan later for that one. Aaron Hall checks back into the game. Offense for defense. as Eli Gunter exits. Davidson knocks down the second free throw, and he's now 3 for 4 from the line. Goot with it, driving down the lane, got it up and in for 2. Ashton Goot. Ashton Goot with 27 points in this ball game here for Cross Lanes Christian, as it's now a 10-point game with 1:35 to go. Minute 35 to go here. Cross Lanes, the number 1 seed in this tournament, down by 10 to the 4 seed Greater Beckley Christian Crusaders, coached by Justin Arvon. Coach John King of the Cross Lanes Christian Warriors had a great season, number 1 seed. Just never been able to really overcome the hot shooting from 3 that Greater Beckley was able to display early in the game, got out. Greater Beckley went on a nice little run here to start the fourth quarter and kind of been able to hold them at arm's bay since taking a 14-point first quarter lead, and they cut it to 7 at half, but Greater Beckley's been able to kind of just keep it in that mode there. It got to 3 a few times. Cross Lanes Christian took the lead back once. Woodson with the inbound. He'll get it to Heffernan, who's fouled there by Mullinex. So this is the part of the basketball game now where things slow down quite significantly, as you know, if you watch college, high school, pro. The last part of a basketball game takes a little bit of time, obviously. And so now it'll be Kellen Heffernan to the line here for 2. Heffernan knocks down the first. He's now 5 for 5 from the free throw line and has 2 threes as well for 11 points in the ball game. He'll look to get his 12th. Misses it, though. Kellen misses his first free throw, and he'll fire it up the floor to Lyle. Lyle will get the 2. And so now it is a 9-point game. Woodson trying to get the ball in bounds, and they're going to call a timeout. Does Greater Beckley. 1:19 to go. We're here at the Summersville Armory, the Wvcat Championships, Day 2. Day 3 coming tomorrow, Championship Saturday. But semifinal number 2 in the boys tournament still undecided here. 1:19 to go. And Greater Beckley's had a balanced scoring attack. Kellen Heffernan in double figures, Keegan Davidson. Averick Woodson with 8, Isaiah Kincaid. Also in double figures, Cash Hendrickson with 4 big 3-pointers in this game, although he exited with an ankle injury a little earlier. We hope good things for Cash. Boston Myers came back from his ankle injury that he left with, so good health so far, we hope, continuing for everybody on the floor here as we approach Saturday. Davidson will get the inbound there, and he'll get it handed off to Woodson. Woodson will be fouled. I believe that'll be on Ashton Goot with the hold. Although they could have gotten Landon Ballard, not sure which one they got. Both have 2 in their jersey number, and I'm a little far away. Averick Woodson hits the free throws. He now has 9 in the contest. Greater Beckley trying to finish off this game, get into the championship. Woodson from the line. They're going to call a lane violation on the Crusaders. 1:12 to go. So no good on the free throw there for Averick Woodson. 10-point game. Goot running into the front court. And it'll be kicked off, they'll say off of Aaron Hall. And it'll stay here with the Warriors. 1:06 to play. Lyle will inbound it for the Warriors. He'll get it to Christian Shamblin. Shamblin with fires up a 3. No good. And it'll go back to the Crusaders. Up 10 here. Wholesale change is being made by Coach Arvon. Brings in Heffernan, Gunter, and Landon Rose now in the ball game. His brother John, Greater Beckley great, and now on the Concord squad there. And there'll be a foul on the blow-by there on Ashton Goot. Kellen Heffernan will go to the line for 2 here as we are now approaching a minute to go. 1:01 to go. And Heffernan will come back to the line for 2. Kellen with 11 in the game and been a really good facilitator of the offense for Greater Beckley. Gets the first free throw to go. Now 12 in the game and an 11-point lead. Count will look to get his 13th, and the Crusaders will look to go up 12. As Cross Lanes Christian continues to try and attempt to extend this game as long as they can. And Heffernan will knock down both free throws. That's the best way, though, if you're Greater Beckley, to put this one on ice. Make your free throws. Allow Cross Lanes Christian to kind of run hurriedly on offense, but the clock is your friend at this point. Great pass, though, but Aaron Hall with the block. Keegan Davidson gets it into the front court. No foul yet. Going to continue, and then they'll give it away there. Christian Shamblin. It'll be Keegan Davidson to go to the line for 2. Davidson with 13. Like we said, a lot of balanced scoring here so far for the Crusaders, looking to try and get their 4th member of their team into double figures. It'll actually be 5 if Woodson can get 1 more. Davidson will get that free throw to go. 13-point lead now with 48.4 to play. Greater Beckley's done a good job in this 4th quarter of making their free throws for the most part. Although missed that one again, announcer drinks, I suppose. 13-point game here. And that'll be fired away, too tall on the pass. And now wholesale changes coming yet again for the Crusaders. Heffernan, Gunter, and Rose coming back, offense for defense. Woodson and Davidson will remain on the floor for the Crusaders. And it appears that the Dogs have been called off by Cross Lanes Christian. They're going to play a little half-court defense, and the Crusaders might be punching their ticket here officially to the championship game. Heffernan with it, hands it off to Woodson. 30 seconds to go. 13-point game. Woodson cuts it over to Gunter, back to Davidson, back to Heffernan. And Goot not going to be called for the foul. He'll fire up a 3 and gets it to go. Ashton Goot has had himself a game here so far, folks. 14.2 to go. Cuts it to 10. Have him officially right now somewhere close to 30 points here for Cross Lanes. Unofficially, he has carried the Warrior offense along with Sam Mullinex. Balanced scoring throughout for Greater Beckley, almost with 5 guys in double figures. Cross Lanes Christian, on the other hand, Sam Mullinex got to 18, got his 2,000 points for his career, and Ashton Goot approaching 30. Christian Shamblin has 2 points along with Luke Lau. Christian Shamblin with 4 points and Luke Lau as well with 4. So Cross Lanes has had the star power in terms of some big numbers, but Greater Beckley has had the balance and depth throughout, and that's why they have the 10-point lead here with 14.2 to play. Woodson will inbound the basketball back here for Greater Beckley. They'll get it to Kellen Heffernan, and they're going to get Goot on the foul. And so they made the 3. They decide to go back to fouling here, and Heffernan's going to go to the line for 2 more opportunities and some free throws. We said Kellen Heffernan, 13 points, number 13. And a couple more substitutions coming after these free throws for Greater Beckley. Heffernan knocks down the first. Aaron Hall back into the game. Hunter Layton will be coming in for Heffernan, the shooter, as he stands over there at the scorer's table. Heffernan with the free throw. Got it. He now has 15. He'll go over and take a seat with Coach Arvon for the last 12.5 of a 12-point game. Goodle fired up the floor. And we got a charge on Ashton Goot. Nice job by Aaron Hall taking the charge. 7.3 to go. And this could be it, you'd imagine. Aaron Hall taking at least 4 or 5 charges here in this game. They'll get into Keegan Davidson, and that'll do it. Your final score here tonight from the Summersville Armory. The Greater Beckley Christian Crusaders will advance to the championship game tomorrow night versus Tays Valley. The 70-58 win. Crosslands Christian, the 1 seed, will have to settle for the 3rd place game against Mount Hope tomorrow at 5:30. We hope you join us with Video Productions tomorrow for another great day of Wvcat basketball. Three women's games in the morning, 3 men's games in the evening, concluding with the championship at 8 o'clock between Greater Beckley and Tays Valley. Thank you all for listening out there. This is Blaine Smith for Justin Arvon later in the game. Earlier in the day, they're calling some action. We hope you enjoyed the Wvcat tournament here from Summersville, presented by Access Health here on Video Productions. Thank you for your time. Everyone be safe out there and enjoy the snow, right? Have a good one.